top of everything. Giving him everything in front of you, man. Everything in front of you. This nigga here, the nigga, he was playing the nigga, the Patriots. That nigga ended up quitting. This nigga go 15-1 and quit. I see the nigga talking about, I was on my way home. I just checked the group. This says, oh, like, damn, this shit going on. You serious? This shit going on to quit. Well, that nigga like, damn, you serious? Like, nothing really happened. He went down, what, 10-0 or some shit like that. Second quarter, like 17-0. He quit. He got up out here at all.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports.
Bro,
you know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the 5-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard-nosed they are as an organization. Trying to do it one more time.
Meanwhile, the Cowboys have had some ups and downs since their last Super Bowl appearance, but they're back for the 9th time, trying to win number 6 and tie the Patriots and Steelers. For the Cowboys, their last Super Bowl title quite a while ago, January of '96.
And those were great teams. Jimmy Johnson was their head coach. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, all Hall of Famers. They were known as the Triplets. But then you go further back to those great teams in the 70s, led by Hall of Fame coach Tom Landry, Roger Staubach at quarterback, Tony Dorsett at running back. Those were great teams as well. This one, trying to create their own identity.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, pick your game up. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Benny Logan jets in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Prescott. Caught by Cobb. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Prescott finding Witten. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. A first down carry by Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On second down now, it's Ingram, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Oh.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check back. We're going to 53. We're going to 54. Right here.
To throw is Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Bro, where the fuck is this leakage coming from, bro?
Check 20. We're going to 53.
First down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
What the fuck is it? Letter here like that.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And Forbath will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 43 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Check 31, check 31. Check. We're going to 54, one here. We're going to 54, one here.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Prescott to throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Manipulating the shit out this nigga, dog. They ain't holding their block. But they ain't holding their block. Last 2 fucking plays. And that shit
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's more on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And an alley to run. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
What we got?
Now Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Check three. You got tight.
10th carry now for Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
You know what I gotta do? I just gotta get out of that shit earlier, man.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
54, right there, 54 miles. Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
On third down, Jackson. Finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. DeMarcus Lawrence able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Austin. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Looking to throw. Prescott letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Ingram again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got Snead. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Prescott now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Matt Judon, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You got it. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 20.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
I threw that shit away. I let it, threw it up and all, man. They did it. That's it. Time I get this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down. But a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter.
Knock it off.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 25. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. 5 yards on the carry there. It leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On the counter, Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott on first down.
Hey,
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go play action here on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And now here's another interception. It's the full Seahawker, Thomas. Cooper was the intended target. What a nightmarish game he's having now.
Bro, when this man got an arm like that, dog, he's overthrowing everybody.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
But I know I'll play it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ingram. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
When I kick that field goal.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Maybe settle. Could have tied the game. I could have tied the game.
The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54.
4 down.
Yeah. Every time I had a shot with a nigga wide open, bitch gets sacked.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 49.
Let y'all see this man overthrow.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
He's checking Craig.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ingram. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever.
That's what I did
so
all
good
playoffs.
to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
Yeah.